everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1, and I'm back with another episode of Equestrian Elementals on the Equestrian Elemental server. Where else would I be? And I have some bad news. Between last episode and this episode, I got into a little bit of trouble with a mob and server lag, and long story short, I lost quite a bit of stuff. Long story short, the server lag meant I kept getting killed as soon as I went back and could not get my stuff back. And in the end, my stuff ended up getting destroyed. But I did not lose a ton of stuff. I just lost a little bit of stuff that was on me, like my baubles and stuff, which is a shame and it is annoying. But nothing I can really do about it now. And all I really did lose was a diamond pick and a diamond pair of pants, which is annoying. But nothing I can't deal with. Anyway, something good that happened is I managed to build myself a smeltery. Everyone that's seen Tinker's Construct has seen this. If you watch Season 1 of this, you know how to make it. So I felt making it off screen was probably for the best. I also upgraded this into a tool forge. So, yeah. Basically, that's what happened. I lost a bunch of stuff, and I made some stuff. Also, I discovered the zipline mod that's on here. This is a rope zipline. It goes down there. I won't show you now because I'll be assaulted by various mobs that are lurking out in the night. But I did also discover this, which is from OpenBlocks. It's a rope ladder. It's simple to make. The rope over here you just make with 2 string and a crafting bench, no big deal. The rope ladder you make with 6 string on both sides of a stick. You get 8 per time. And basically I felt it fit the treehouse theme very well. And I'll get to what this stuff up here is. It's from Ars Magica, and this is also where I'm going to put the Thaumcraft stuff. I finally put that Witchwood stuff to good use, red thing. I can't use this yet because I need ink sacs, and for some reason squids are not here when I need them. Also, this goes all the way down to the ground, where I have 2 chickens. Well, I'm supposed to have 2 chickens. One's missing for some reason. Hello, chicken. Long story short, involving safari nets. I'll tell you later on when I show you what the safari nets do. Also, jerky. In case you did not know, well, I showed you the first season, so you probably do know. If you put 2 wood slabs on a workbench, you get these drying racks, and it lets you make jerky from various things, and you can eat zombie flesh without problem. Awesome stuff. But anyway, and someone just died. Yeah. I did the Ars Magica stuff off screen because I spent like 2 episodes last season going over it, so doing it on screen felt like it would just be a waste of your time to show you the exact same thing over again. So if someone wants me to do an episode covering that, I might. But basically, I already covered it in Season 1, saw no reason to cover it in this season. Also, let me replenish these jerky holders here, which is actually a very good way to get food. I'm probably going to do something I wanted to do last season but never got the chance, and make a smokehouse. That's going to be fun to build. But that's not what we're here for today's episode. Today's episode, I want to start making some higher tier stuff from Tinker's Construct, and maybe, if there's time, get into Thaumcraft. So, let's get started. Now, of course, as with before, you will need wood to make stencils, which I believe I actually already have some stencils over here. Yes, so what I want to do is I want to make a large blade pattern, which is for a cleaver. I've already got a tough blade pattern in here, a tough rod pattern, which is what is needed for it. And hang on, let's check. What I'm wanting to making is a cleaver, which means all I need left is that big pattern thing, which I'm not really sure what it is. Now, in case you do not know what a cleaver is, which you might not, a cleaver is one of the higher tier weapons that can only be made with this tool forge right here. There's no other way to make it. You have to have the tool forge before you can. And basically, what is a cleaver? Think of Cloud's Buster Sword from Final Fantasy, and you've got a pretty decent idea of what this is. Now, you're probably wondering, why are you making it out of stone? Stone sucks. Oh, well, stone doesn't suck. It's useful, but it's not one of the better materials in Tinker's Construct. But basically the reason I'm making it out of stone is because I want to make it out of metal, which if you have no idea how to do that, I'm about to show you, so don't ask. Basically, if you were here last time, you know how to do this, but I'll just go over it real quick because it's very simple. I've got gold in here, press the gold, go over here to the pattern area, and you're probably wondering, why do I have 3 of these? Well, so I can do stuff like this. Also, the Arcane Compendium has a new model, it looks cool. But basically, what I need to do for this is put this there, and this there. Press these and pour gold on it. And this is why I have multiples of these, because, well, in this case, I can just do this and have everything already pre-molded and everything, and now I can just decide what I want to make it out of. Very useful, in my opinion. I no longer have need for you. Can I throw you over there? No, I cannot. I don't really need these stone things. Well, why let them go to waste? I'll just craft them into a cleaver to show you the process and what the cleaver looks like. Also, I'll need 2 of these, so that's not going to be a physically possible thing to do. Never mind. Get out of here, stone. I don't need you. I wish you could melt those back down in the forge, back into their components, because that would be nice. Now, some things I've gotten here is alumite. Now, alumite is an alloy. It is made with iron, aluminum, and obsidian. So, yeah, that's basically what alumite is. I didn't show you on screen because it's kind of boring. All you do is put stuff in the furnace. But basically, just put iron, aluminum, and obsidian in here, and you can get alumite. Now, basically, now that's selected, I'm going to make the blade out of alumite. These things are kind of annoying. I did not mean for it to be there. I'll explain that later on. But yeah, let's make the blade out of alumite, which is going to be nice. I want to save some alumite for my pickaxe because I'm going to need that to get something even better than this later on. Yes, it's pink, but it's one of the higher tier materials of Tinker's Construct. Now, let me grab some obsidian out of a chest. I know I have it here somewhere, unless I had it on me when I died, and in which case I'm going to be upset. Yeah, it looks like I had it on me when I died. So I'm going to have to choose something else for the actual pattern. I don't want to use the alumite up, so I'm going to choose molten iron for the actual... let's make the handles out of iron, and let's see, what could I have for the pattern here? Because you see, these different traits all add different things to it. Basically, the large pattern adds its trait to it, which means actually I might want to use paper for that. That sounds weird, and it kind of is, but you'll see in a second why I want to do that. So let's head over here and grab some paper. I thought I had some paper lying around. Apparently I do not. So I'll just have to make some more. No problems there. I do hope, however, this will be enough paper to make a large pattern thing. A large plate pattern out of. How many do I need? It needs 8 material. I've got sugarcane growing around, so I'm not going to be that upset. But the reason I'm doing this is because this will give the resulting cleaver a value of writable. Well, not a value, a pattern of writable. Well, now that I need to get down there, I can show you what this thing is. These are handlebars, which are crafted with 3 sticks. And this is how you use the zip line. Watch this. This is fun. I need to stand right about here. Actually, right here probably makes more sense. Okay, it's being a little stupid right now. Don't know why. There we go. So yeah, basically zip lines make it easier to go back down. I'm not sure why they made it. I'm gonna have to kill you with a pickaxe. Yeah, killed the skeleton. Ooh, egg. Those eggs are probably going to be useful later on. So let's head over here and Yeah, good. There's enough here for a... And there's a creeper. Die, creeper. There's enough for one more set of paper, so yeah. Okay. Now just warp home, because there's no reason to take the zipline. One thing I don't like is that the handle's used up when you use the zipline. I think that's stupid. I think you should be able to keep the handle, because, well, it's a handle. You're not really using it up, but yeah, I digress. Anyway, let's head over here and make this plate. Watch me not be able to. Yeah, I'm not able to. That paper will come in handy later on. I'm not sure what I want to make this out of, though. Let's see. It should tell you what you can make it out of. But apparently it does not, so yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm going to have to choose something else to make it out of, and that was all completely pointless except for showing you the zip line. Okay, do I have bronze, which is basically the same thing as iron, so it's not really going to affect things all that much, so yeah. It's still going to give it reinforced. If I had obsidian, I would gladly put that in there. Can I use obsidian? Or how much obsidian do I have left? I only have 2, so that's not going to work. I also have steel for melting stuff down, but I have something else I want to use that for, so... Yeah, let's use bronze, whatever. Because I think this will still have basically the same effect as the other thing, so yeah, let's just make bronze tool. There we go. And then grab this, and now I can make my cleaver. So yeah, select the cleaver here. 1, 2... Stick this in here, and this in there. And we have a pretty cool looking cleaver with reinforced 2, and it does 11 attack damage. I'm happy about that. Okay, so it has a durability of 4570. I feel like I should... I don't feel like I wasted the bronze plate because I can use the bronze plate for anything I want to. So it's not really a problem, but I feel like I should perhaps try something else here, just to be on the safe side. I can use stone, I don't really want to. Let's see what other materials I have. And just to make... This is just a double check, really. There's no other reason I'm doing this. I've got the stone there, but I don't really want to use it. Wait, can I use bone? That might be interesting. I think bone has its own special effects, too. So let's see, can I make a bone plate? That might actually be pretty cool. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, and I know I'm wasting materials a bit, but the thing is, these plates will be useful anyway. Oh, so that does affect durability, so using bronze actually was a good idea. Okay. I'll use this plate for something else later on. So, yeah, let's... What should I name this thing? Well, it's pink, so... For irony's sake... I won't name it yet, I can name it later. So, let's make this thing. And now we have a cleaver. An alumite cleaver that does 11 attack damage. This thing is going to rip straight through everything. Well, not straight through everything, but I think there's still some mobs lurking down here. So let's test things out. Now, the one thing with a cleaver that you don't have to really worry about other weapons, the cleaver, while it is extremely strong, see, it does 11 attack damage per hit, and it also does have a chance to drop a mob's head when you kill them with it. It has the beheading. See, right there's a skeleton head right now. So that's nice. I got a skeleton head. So not only is it a very strong weapon, it also is very powerful. And it has the ability to... Very strong weapon and very powerful. I know words. It's very powerful, but it also has a chance to drop heads, which will make it very useful for trying to get wither skulls. Which is actually going to be very helpful later on. So why am I going out this far? I got other stuff to make. Now, the other things I want to make, which I might need more wood for, do I still have mining fatigue when I have this? Yes, it's very slow, which is kind of why I would like to have a backup weapon, maybe, we'll see how much I've got left over after this. But the other thing I do want to make right now that would be helpful later on is a hammer. Now, the hammer is unique in that it will mine better than a pickaxe. And let's see, I just need to make the hammerhead. Do I still have a stencil? No, I do not. Dang it, I'm going to need to get some wood. Well, I live in a tree, but still. The annoying part about this is, while I do live in a tree, I don't want to destroy too much of the tree, because then it kind of loses the feeling it's a tree house. Yeah, so I'm just going to drop down here. Okay, that's a beehive. I need that. Oh wait, why am I worrying about a spider? I can just smite it with this. Yeah, like I said, this will kill everything. Okay, so I just need to get 1 or 2 pieces of wood, and yes, I'm aware there's a creeper right there. What just happened? Why am I lagging so bad? Okay. That made no sense. Oh, please tell... Okay, what happened while everyone was gone is someone ended up cutting down a mega rubber tree, which, if you don't know what that is, that basically means there was a large amount of lag because a gigantic tree bigger than this one got cut down. So, yeah, that was kind of annoying. No offense to them, it was just kind of irritating that it happened. So, let's make a couple more patterns so I can make this. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. And there's a reason I'm making more patterns than just one. Yeah, and I've already got the 2, this plate and I think a stone plate maybe, I don't know. Anyway, stick this in here, find the hammerhead template. Now, I'm going to make a... I got tongue-tied there. I'm going to make a alumite hammerhead because that means this will basically be able to do almost anything I'll need it to. So, let's take... Well, no, that was the pattern I'll actually need, so why did I take that out? It basically means this will be able to, I believe, mine anything up to obsidian. So, yeah, dang it, I keep taking out the part I'm actually going to need. Okay, so there we go. Now I just need some gold, and I can make the stencil here. Yeah, so basically I do want to make the higher tier weapons, and there's one more weapon after this I want to make. Okay, there we go. Got the hammerhead. Now I just need to go back over here and select alumite and make a alumite hammerhead, which is going to be very helpful. Let's see. I'm probably going to make the plate out of iron because that'll be useful. Well, the other plate. I'm making 2 plates here, in case you could not tell. Let me see here. Did I just use up all my alumite? No, I did not. Okay, so now I need iron. I'm saving the steel I have in there for something else right now. Okay, so let's do this. And this is, like I said, why I have 3 of these, so I can speed up the production process, really. Tough iron binding, and there we go. Okay, so I should just be able to assemble this hammer like this, like this, like this, and like this. And now we have an alumite hammer, which can mine up to cobalt, which is exactly what I wanted from it to be able to do. Now, also, it should be noted that the alumite hammer has a special ability and is better against the undead. Not that that really matters at this point, and let me check how much iron I have left in here. Well, I didn't have to really worry about that. Okay, so now there is one more thing I want to make, and that is a crossbow. Hello everyone, I'm back, and I'm just going to explain real quick before I continue with the crossbow what the exact proportions of aluminum, obsidian, and iron go into alumite. It's basically 3 to 1. So for every one of these, you need 3 of these. I thought I'd explain that because I didn't show it on screen, and I kind of realized that before I got interrupted to now, so there you go. Now, I'm going to make a crossbow. Now, you're probably wondering, what's so good about a crossbow? Well, it's essentially a normal bow, except much better. Well, I'll show you when I make it. But to make a crossbow, and there's also shurikens, but I'm not really sure how much I want to make those. Maybe I'll make one later. But basically, I'm going to need 1 heavy tool binding, 1 crossbow arm, I believe it's 1 crossbow body, and 1 string. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I already have the tough binding pattern, so I don't need to make that. Also, I need to stick this in here, because I don't need that right now. So, yeah, I still got 7 of these, so where is that? Right here is the crossbow limb pattern. And right here is the crossbow body pattern. Also, I should probably shove these things I no longer need in here. Ignore that sound in the background, that's just a cat. I have a cat. But and that's my Skype. Stop going off, Skype. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. Skype went off. What you gonna do? So now I've got my materials I need for a crossbow. Now the question is what to make this out of. Well, I should probably keep that cobblestone in there. And that's actually a good question. Now right off the bat I can make these into stone bindings, but that's really not going to help me much. But let's just make it. And also I forgot to make the string pattern, so better make that. Now, the thing with the string pattern is it's kind of completely different. It's its own thing. You don't really need to worry about that. I'm pretty sure it is just the bowstring because there doesn't seem to be any other type of bow string on here. And is that the shuriken pattern? Yeah. Okay, so not really anything else I need to worry about here, I'm fairly sure. And I don't really need to care about the... what do you call it? The bowstring being made out of anything else right now. Later on, I can make it out of other things. I'm just not right now. Why did I do that? I don't know. But there's not really any heavy bowstring pattern or anything like that. See, I can go over here, and I'm not making it out of this. Put that in there, that in there, this in here, and this in here, and I can make a stone crossbow, but that thing's weak. I don't want to do that. So basically, it says reduce reload rate with harder materials, but apparently that's not the case. So let's take all of these out of here and put the new patterns, the new stone stuff in. I really need to do something about that stone hammerhead because I don't really need it. But yeah, let's do this. This is why, like I said, I have multiples of this. Now, while I'm doing this, you're probably wondering, why am I bothering with the whole make the higher tier weapon thing right now and devoting an episode to it? Well, there's a good reason for that. You see, I want to go conquer that dungeon that I found out there in the desert that I really was not prepared for last time, and to do that, I'm going to need a better weapon than what I have now. I sincerely hope I have enough gold for that. I should. Yeah, it looks like I do. Okay. So now I just take these out of here, and let's decide what we want to make it out of. Also, can I melt these down into molten stone or something to get rid of them? I'm pretty sure there's seared stone in the mod, so let's see. No, I cannot, which is unfortunate. Would have made life a lot easier on me if that was possible, so I'm just going to throw these off a cliff or something. Get out of here, I don't need you. There. Outside, out of mind. So, let's see what we've got in this. Well, obviously there's iron, but I do want to make at least one part of it. Well, no, I want to actually save the alumite. I am a bit curious about this, so let's take this out. It should tell how much materials. It takes 4 to cast that. 5 to cast the body, and 3 to cast the binding thing. Why does it keep doing that? I don't know. Okay. Also, let's stick these ones in here. That's something I do like, that you can stick those in the pattern chest and get them out of the way. Okay, so now that that's done, let's continue here. I've got a bunch of... I've got steel here, but I don't want to waste that. I've got a use for that, actually. So let's start with iron and make the... You're supposed to make this out of some sort of hard material for strength, so I'm going to make that out of alumite, but I think I'm going to make this part out of iron, the body. Because I'm pretty sure that says the durability of it. I believe so, anyway. So, let's see... Oh, okay. Alumite, let's make the head here out of alumite. And the binding, I don't think it really matters what you... Well, I think it does matter because it influences, like, the durability and strength of it. Or at least the ability that it has. So I might actually make the binding out of something completely different. But just to be on the safe side, I think I'll make it out of bronze. No, I'll make it out of iron. Because that's what I've got the most of, and that's the most abundant resource I've got here. Wait, did that end... Yeah, that ended up being made out of alumite. That's good. Okay. Oops. Okay, so let's put this thing together and see what stats we've got. Iron. So what we end up with is something with 909 durability, does 1.5 hearts of damage, has a draw speed of 4.2 seconds, and an arrow speed of 7.5. Now, like I said, I'm going to see what these individual limbs actually do change about this. I know that the crossbow body is what controls the power it has. Let's say make this out of wood and see what that does. See how that changes things. It actually does not change a single thing, which means I think that the binding here only affects the ability that it has and not anything else. So for the binding, what I'd want to make this out of is something that would give it a unique ability, which unfortunately I do not think matters much when it comes to crossbows, because basically, well, they're crossbows. They don't... You can make it so you can hit with them, but you really don't want to. I mean, you can, but it wouldn't make much difference. I can maybe make it out of thomnium, but I don't really want to. So I think I'm going to go with this configuration I have right here. So let's just go with that. And now I have an alumite crossbow. Now, as you can see, this is not loaded. That's because now I need to make the actual bolts for it. Now, this is kind of interesting, because you'd think you'd have to make something else, but really the only thing you need is a fetching pattern. You don't need anything really else to do it, except for a tool rod, which is easy enough to do. Let's see, where's the tool rod pattern in here? Tool rod pattern, okay. So basically I just need to make one of these, so yeah, let's do this and make a wooden tool pattern. And here's the interesting part. I stick that in there, and I'm pretty sure this is how it works because it's what ended up coming up when I looked this up before. And this is what I was saving this steel for, because steel is apparently something you really want to use for it. Now, if you use any other material on something, you know, it normally does not do anything. But if you do this on a tool rod, what will happen is... come on... you get a wooden bolt. You see bolt right there. Now, there's multiple things you can actually make your crossbow bolt out of, but there's one specific thing I want to make this with. So I'll be back after I reach the point where I can get it. Hello guys, I'm back, and I'm at my destination, the Blue Slime Island that has been hanging around my house the entire time. Now, blue slime is one of the most durable materials in Tinker's Construct. Let me deal with these blue slimes here, which are actually going to be helpful. And in case you're wondering, I just dug up here, nothing major. Get out of my way, blue slimes. I'm just trying to steal your tree. Now, I do want the blue slime itself because this is going to be extremely helpful in future things, but right now I just mainly want to get all this slime. Stop bouncing me around like a pinball! I'm pretty sure the purple slime is useful for things too, but that's not really what I'm here for. This blue slime will just come in handy later on when I'm trying to make more durable stuff. I'll crud a boss version. Where did it go? Forget that. I also do want to get this purple slime. But really what I'm here for is these slimy leaves here. Which I believe are what you can use to make the best fletching possible in this game. Which I know is going to sound a little weird that you'd make out of slime leaves, but you'll see in a second. So let's just grab all of these. Also, I want to see if I can get a sapling out of this. Yeah, so basically, this is probably one of the weirdest things in Tinker's Construct, but it's also one of the most useful. So, how many of these do I have? I have 2 whole stacks. And the thing is, even if I don't use it, this is still probably going to be pretty dang useful later on. Let's see. Come on, did I get 1 sapling out of that? No, I did not. Also, I'm going to take this because I can. The blue slimes, I'm going to... Wait, why did that take durability when I used it like that? I'm taking some of this purple slime, too, simply because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have use for it later on. So, yeah, let's harvest some of this up. Let's see. Uses... You can use it to make slime channels, which are also useful. I'm pretty sure there's one other thing this was used for, or it's going to be used for something else in the future. But, however, this is what I... No, not that. This is what I came for. Because if I look up fletchings, there are multiple types. There's feather, there's leaf, there's slime for both, and then there's slime leaf, which is what these are. So, if I go back to my house here... Wait, what are these? Rainbow seeds. I don't know where those come from. Okay. Regardless, let's do this, and then I'm going to close this out as soon as I'm done here. So, yeah, okay. Part builder. Take this, put this over here, then put the fletching up here. Put slimy leaves in here, and we've got a slime leaf fletching, which is the best kind. Now, I need to go down here to... I think it's... No, that's not it. No. I'm not sure where bolt... Okay, here's the bolt. So, right here. And then, basically, I take that wooden bolt I made before, stick it in here, then take the feather, the slime leaf fletching I just made, and I get slime leaf bolts with reinforced 2. And these do 4 attack damage, and that'll come in handy in a moment. So basically now my crossbow is ready. So basically the thing with the crossbow is Once it's loaded, which I had to right-click there, it will auto-load. And it does have a bit of a drawback on it, but the thing is, this auto-loads and even does it if you're not focused on it. And the combined power of both the crossbow itself and the arrow is what decides the power of this thing. So let's find something to shoot with it and show off what I mean by that. Okay, there's a skeleton right there. See, it just one-shot a skeleton in a single hit. And as you can see, it reloads instantly on its own. So basically, this is probably one of the stronger weapons in the game right now. Well, not the stronger weapons in the game, but one of the stronger weapons in Tinker's Construct, and especially if you make it right, which is what I did. Because, well, this does over 20 attack damage per hit. I don't know how much it can max do, because I need something with more than 20 health to test that out on. Let's see. Well, there's a skeleton over here, and something in gold right here. Wait, this has been here the whole time? You don't have enough health for me to worry about. Okay, apparently there's mobs in this, so... Oh, hello, skeleton. Bye, skeleton. I love this thing. This thing's gonna be so much fun. Okay, so let's see how much it does on one of these guys, because they're animated armor. Okay, come on. 11 damage on one of these guys, which is wearing full gold armor. And let's finish him off with this. Don't mess with me, bears. Don't mess with me. You don't mess with me. Okay, was there another animated armor in here somewhere? There was a giant rat, which I don't really need to worry about. More giant rats. Okay, so apparently that golden armor is the only thing in here, but that kind of gets the point across that this is doing 11 damage to something in pure full gold armor. So I think that's pretty impressive. And what I said before is still true. I still have 98 bolts left, and I've got enough to make the entire new bolts again. So it's actually a really effective weapon, and you get a lot of ammo out of one use. Let's see what I got out here. Ooh, Thomnium. Put those tomato seeds back in there. I don't really need the slimy grass, I don't think, but I'm going to keep it anyway. Ooh, Mundane Amulet. More of these shiny baubles, I don't know what they're for. These actually turned out to be quite useful, the safari nets. If you remember, there's chickens by my house now, that's why. I also need this. I also need to make something out of that eventually. Let's see, what else can I throw in here? I don't think I need that. Well, I can always come back for it. I still don't know what these drones are for. But anyway, I think that's a good place to end it. I made a good bunch of weapons, and it's already running pretty long, so I'll end it here. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of higher tier weaponry in Tinker's Construct. Next episode, I'm going to work on Thaumcraft to try to get some armor, or I might actually go take on that dungeon now, because with these weapons, I might stand a chance. Okay, anyway, guys, see you next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.